We are now journeying through a crucible of change. As the old world dissolves, we are collectively being guided to face our shadows and do the work to align with a higher consciousness of love. The collective energy has been intense lately, and this will keep up as we face important karmic lessons on the path ahead. Tune in with me and get ready to receive angel messages on all of this, with divine guidance spanning from the full supermoon of October 17th through the 31st, 2024. On October 17th, we have a full supermoon in the sign of Aries. This is the strongest full moon of 2024, with the full moon reaching its closest to the Earth in its orbit. This means that the energy is going to be intense. Just as the moon pulls on the tides and tectonic plates of the Earth, it also pulls at our emotional psyches and spiritual energy bodies. Not only may this full moon bring deep, intense emotions to the surface of your psyche, but it also has the potential to feel very action-oriented. You may feel inspired to take charge, move forward, or put change into action in order to match with the shifting energies within and around you. Though this full moon coincides with a collective energy state that may feel quite volatile, chaotic, or intense, know that this is all part of a process of harmonization that was strongly triggered during the September equinox a few weeks back. Essentially, in order for greater harmony to express itself in our world, the old must break down to make room for the new, and for what will ultimately serve our harmony and higher good as a collective. As such, this moon cycle has a huge potential to be full of breakdowns of old established structures, changes in perspective, relationships and priorities, and truths coming to light, both in our societies and personal lives. All of this is part of a natural purge out of the dysfunction of the past. It may not always be comfortable or easy, but according to the angels, you have the power to direct these energies through you so that your life remains firmly anchored in peace and well-being no matter what arises. The most powerful way you can do this is by holding a consciousness of faith and staying centered in the present moment. To help you do this, I left a link to my guided meditation for faith below. Faith is hands down the most important state of consciousness for you to foster on the ascension path, and now is one of the most important times to practice it. With that in mind, let's dive into the angels' top 3 messages for this intense full supermoon cycle so that we can get even deeper guidance on what to expect and how to stay rooted through it all. Now, all 3 of the messages I'm about to share will apply to your path in some way, but if you want to get a sense of which message contains your leading theme or lesson, then pick a number now, 1, 2, or 3. Whichever number you're most intuitively drawn to will represent your leading angel message. Ready? Let's dive in. The angel's first message for this powerful full supermoon cycle is that we are now undergoing a massive transformation of power. If you've been watching my recent energy updates, then you'll know that this shift around our relationship with power has been a strong, ongoing theme in the collective lately. During this moon cycle, we're journeying through an absolute crucible of change for power. This includes a transformation and breakdown of old dysfunctional power structures from past establishments in our cultures and societies, as well as a breakdown and transformation in our relationship with our personal power. At a personal level, the angels want you to know that you'll be guided to face, understand, and purge out anything that has been blocking or limiting your power in the past. One of the biggest places this might potentially show up is in relationships. You may especially be guided to break free of old people-pleasing tendencies, codependency, or patterns in which you put your needs and well-being lower on your priority list than appeasing others' expectations. According to the angels, these patterns are based in wounded, fear-based programming that you may have learned along your life's path if you experienced strong instances of rejection, abandonment, or toxic relationships. You're not only being guided to dissolve and clear this particular pattern as it shows up now in your life, but you're also being supported to better understand where you learned those patterns in the first place so that you can initiate the forgiveness work needed in order to heal for good. To help you with this, I left the link to my forgiveness meditation for you in the description below. If you're seeing toxic relationship patterns in your life and want to take back your power, forgiveness is your golden key to healing and freedom, because forgiveness literally breaks down the energy of fear-based blockages and realigns you with the original divine spark of love. Sometimes forgiveness is something we're guided to do towards others or towards the world at large, but often it also is necessary that we practice forgiveness towards ourselves. Because if you can hold a relationship of unconditional love with yourself, then you are literally seeing yourself through the divine creator's eyes, and therefore better understanding who and what you truly are. Now, at a more collective social level, this transformation of power structures has a massive potential to reveal shadows, discord, and volatile, explosive energy related to government, politics, social change, and cultural values. There is, by the way, a huge spotlight on the United States of America through this shifting energy. Not only is the US still going through its Pluto return, which is all about death and rebirth and a huge transformation for the soul and core values of America, but also Mars in Aries will be opposing Pluto in Capricorn during the supermoon. This alignment then becomes exact on November 3rd and 4th, which happens to be the energy setting the stage for the US election. This alignment symbolizes huge emotional intensity surrounding issues of power and feelings of urgency around ending old systems of top-down power in favor of claiming grassroots-up power that fairly honors the needs of all people equally. This energetic tone of fighting for freedom, equality, and justice is made even stronger by the fact that the full supermoon is conjoining with Eris, the goddess of discord, freedom fighting, and standing up for what is true and fair. It's important to note here that we're also in Pluto's final weeks in Capricorn before it moves into Aquarius on November 19th and will remain there for 20 years. This is the last time in our lifetimes that we'll experience Pluto in Capricorn, which symbolizes death, transformation, and rebirth for established power structures related to government, economy, and, again, top-down authority. These weeks, therefore, have the potential to be filled with some of the tail-end chaotic death rattles from old imbalanced powers. It is important to note, by the way, that the alignments we're referencing here are part of a cardinal grand cross, which is perhaps the strongest configuration in astrology. This occurs when we have 4 cosmic bodies squaring off in cardinal signs. Currently, we have the Sun in Libra, the Moon in Aries, Mars in Cancer, and Pluto in Capricorn, which further underscores emotional intensity, shifts in power, revolutionary energy, and the rise of the pioneer, activism, and self-sovereignty. Whether you're witnessing shifts in power in your personal life or out on the world stage, know that this is essentially the shadow work we're being guided to do in order to find our true values and reorder the flow of our power to support greater harmony for all. The angel's second message for this full supermoon cycle is that we're now receiving a profound calling into the depths of spiritual truth. One of the most prominent trends of the current energy we're in is that it is bringing deep truths to light. This means that information we were previously unaware of is coming up to the surface for us to review so that we can use that information to empower ourselves through change. According to the angels, many of us are being guided to dive into the deeper layers of our consciousness to better understand the beliefs, emotions, imprints, and patterns that we're holding there. This is helping us to quite literally awaken, to become aware of what has been programming the flow of our entire lives from the root level up. Here too, this is not only influencing our personal paths, but also the collective. At the social level, we're being guided to bring truth to the surface. We're being guided to sift through distortions, release attachment to false information, and better understand some of the hidden or underlying aspects of our society's functioning. According to the angels, this is a very natural part of the collective shift we are undergoing to better hold and stabilize harmony with one another. Now, for those of us with a deeper spiritual calling, this calling into the depths of consciousness, this exploration of the roots of our reality, may just take us one step further. Many people on the spiritual path will be guided to experience a deeper connection with the spirit realm. As a person with a spiritual calling, you feel drawn to spirituality because your soul has a calling to lead the way into higher consciousness. Holding a conscious awareness and active connection to the spirit world is part of this. You see, all things in creation are united. This includes the union between the physical, mental, and spiritual realms of being. It is highly likely that you are now being guided to awaken to the presence of the spirit realm. The majority of people on Earth are very aware of the physical realm, and some keep their awareness fixated here, with only a little bit of it diving into the known reaches of the mental realm. Others still bring a great degree of awareness into the mental realm of being and explore it well. You are being called to go even deeper and to see the connection between all three planes of being by exploring the spiritual dimension of being to a greater degree. Through this awareness of the spirit realm, you are empowered to better see and understand what connects us all and hold a higher level of unity consciousness. One of the best spiritual practices I have ever experienced for exploring the spirit realm and awakening greater awareness of all things spirit is Shamanic Journey. Because we are heading into a time of such deep healing, transformation, and initiation into new consciousness, I have been guided to share my Shamanic Journey course with all of you. It all kicks off on October 20th with my free Shamanic Mysteries Masterclass. In the Masterclass, we'll be covering the mystical art of Shamanic Journey, its ancient roots, and angel messages on how Shamanic Journey can uplift you on your spiritual ascension path. I'll also be sharing some details about the upcoming course, so if you think you may want to join the course or simply join in for the free masterclass, then be sure to click the link I left below to register for the free masterclass now. Other than practicing Shamanic Journey, I also recommend keeping a dream journal throughout this season. You are being activated to get better in touch with the spiritual plane, and your dreams are one place where you often get to experience it. This energy will likely peak around October 22nd when the sun squares off with Pluto. This can bring a deeper awareness and have us delving into the deeper layers of awareness that we have never discovered before. This may be an intense time of realizations and new feelings surfacing from those deeper parts of you, but one where we can achieve profound breakthroughs and awakenings. Be sure to notice repeating numbers, signs, or synchronicities that show up in your life, as these are all ways that the spirit realm is communicating with you and helping you to foster this greater awareness of the unity of all things. You may just receive some important personal messages to guide you in a new direction too, so take note. Set strong intentions to open to and receive those messages and trust what comes through. The angel's third message for this full supermoon cycle is all about rebirth. We are currently experiencing the birth pangs that can sometimes come with rebirth. The angel's biggest message to you through this is not to resist the changes that show up on your life's current path. Hold faith and trust, and practice surrendering to any life changes or new perspectives that arise. You are about to rebirth some aspect of your life so that it better harmonizes with your joy, fulfillment, and highest divine good. Trust your intuition and walk away from what is no longer working so that you can embrace the new and welcome in the blessings that may come from taking on the unknown. Know that relationships may be at the center of these shifts, as Venus, the planet of love and relationships, will be opposing Uranus, the revolutionary planet, during the supermoon. This symbolizes information coming to light, including sudden new perspectives that may cause you to either meet someone new unexpectedly or change something important within a current standing relationship. Venus will also be moving from Scorpio to Sagittarius not too long after the full supermoon peaks, which will bring a shift or rebirth into hope, joy, and deeper understanding for your relationships. By the way, keep your eye on October 28th when Venus in Sagittarius will square off with Saturn, bringing forth a strong precedent to make a decision and take action related to your relationships. On a deeper spiritual front, this theme of rebirth is seeded by new spiritual light, wisdom, and information flowing into our collective in the weeks leading up to the full supermoon, which coincided with the comet Atlas coming very close to the Earth from October 6th through 16th. This new light is feeding our long-term global shift towards a new Earth, wherein important wisdom is surfacing related to fertility, nutrition, earth, farming, the healing of the land, and the rebalancing with nature. All of which is a very crucial preliminary step for our rise into a higher consciousness of unity and love. Now, in line with this energy of rebirth, keep your eye out for October 31st, which is Halloween, also known as Samhain. On this date, there is going to be a very magical grand water trine, which will be setting the stage for the November 1st new moon. This will be a very powerful day for seeding new beginnings, manifesting the rebirth that is needed most in your life, and accessing deep, mystical insights. I'm so excited because my Shamanic Journey course will be in session during that magical time, which will be the perfect cosmic backdrop for our Shamanic Journey work together. Again, if you want to sign up for the free masterclass and get also on the early access list to enroll in the course, click the link below to sign up. Thank you so much for tuning into these messages and for liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. It is my honor to be connected with you, and I can't wait to get together live on the 20th for the Shamanic Mysteries Masterclass. I think you're going to love it. As always, know until next time that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye!